strange when you hear you've lost something or someone you love? It's like, that's it. That's the moment that your world collapses. The second nothing seems worth anything anymore. Like the glimmer of hope that had grown into some sort of light has gone out. And you're who you always were, to start with. A shell. A nobody. Lonely. Your heart is squeezed, you can't breathe, and then you grit your teeth so tight together that a train could smash into them, and yet they'd still not break. You forget how to move, then you have to react. You wonder, what do I do now? Then the doubt turns to rage. Pure, unclean, dirty, cold rage. You wonder, who could do something like that? Who could be capable of tearing away something so dear to somebody else? Then you realise, love and hate are not opposites. They're capable of causing each other to exist.
I ain't gonna sit. You can sit if you want, be my guest, but last time I sat for anyone, I ended up with a lump right on the back of my head from when the chair legs were kicked out. Now the pain, I don't mind, but I never have. I just won't have the disrespect. I've been in here long enough to know who's going to have your back and who wants to put a sharpened spoon through it. The last person who tried to disrespect me, well, he was drinking his food for a month after his jaw suddenly just collapsed in a terrible accident on the stairs. Shame. You've done your research. You know why I'm here. Go ask the guy who made the unfortunate mistake of upsetting my mum. He got a long stay in hospital, and I got a longer stay in here. I don't give a toss. I'd do it again and again and again. Because you know what? I can. You wouldn't even try to stop me. No, I can see it in your eyes. No nerve. Are you going to ask me why I beat Zach up then? I got a week locked down and lost my shop privileges for a month, but I didn't like the way he ate his food with just a fork in one hand and some stupid book in the other. You know, my mum used to slap me for table manners like that. I bet you won't even ask him about Zach's pathetic little crush on her. I saw the drawing he drew of her. Freak. If he drew me, I'd draw blood.
What do you mean I had a crush on me? Of course he didn't. Everyone knows Jake's fit from the outside. I mean, come on. Jake is like 5 times the guy Zach will ever be. You saw him, right? He would just sit there, put his head down, imagine being on a computer. Again, sad wasn't it? Nothing like Jake at all. Did he ever tell you the first time we met? We was out with some friends and there was an ass that he saw me looking at. And later on in the day, he said we should slip off from the group and go have a close look. So I did. We stood and stared at it for a while, and then he grabbed it off the shelf, grabbed my hand and told me to run. We never stopped running since. We lived a life of adventure, not all boring like Zach. I suppose it's only natural he might have a bit of a crush on me. After all, I am a great person, fun to be around, everyone knows it, just ask. I did find it strange though, a facility like this, with boys in it as well. It's weird. I don't know how I feel about being treated like a guinea pig in an experiment. I get they're all on 16 and that, but the looks they give me though, like they stand a chance. It's a bit gross sometimes. I belong to Jake, and as soon as I get out of here, he's going to be waiting by those gates, just waiting for me. Just you watch. I'll tell you what though, if you reckon me and Zach going around together, it's Jack had a thing for, following around like a pup in a leash. Zach and Jack, the troublesome twosome.
You know what I miss most? Being in here. Coffee. Good, posh coffee. All the letters have is this filthy instant stuff. That's not coffee. You wouldn't give someone some lettuce and tell them to skunk it, would you? I used to drink gallons of that stuff. Sat in the coffee shop, wearing more on my wrists than the staff found in 3 months. And selling my own brand of pick-me-up. The cops can nick the muppets who sell on the corner streets or in their MOT-filled Corsa, but I got my regulars who sit with me, drink a latte, and buy 50 quid's worth of sniff. No one even looks at me. With my laptop on the table, I'm just a student writing artsy-fartsy university crap, while selling my father's legacy in little plastic bags. I did the crime, I took the money, and Dad's solicitor's mate made sure I got a slap on the wrist sentence. And as long as I keep working the garden, smiling, I get out of here in under a year. Quite funny, really. It was plans that got me locked up in here. I'm in a hospital garden reaping a different weed. Gotta laugh here. I don't deal the stuff in here. It'd be so easy, but I already got the respect of the others, and I'd be mad to give myself another 2-year sentence. The other inmates know the score. I know they're getting some powder from another guy in here. And I'd end up like Zack if you found out I was getting on his territory. When I get out of here, I'll be back in the family business. Dad calls it an industry growth, which stopped being funny the second time he said it. If you're questioning me, Zack, yeah, maybe we did get along better than most would call us a pair. Separated lives and all. I like a kid who just gets along with his time in here. Bothers no one, doesn't throw his weight around. He was a bit of a genius though, so I don't know how he got into this mess. If he was that much of a genius, he'd be on his bed right now, eating a week-old donut that they think is a treat in here. Instead, he's cold on a table while you pick him apart, and you pick us apart.
They talk to me, you know. They talk only to me. But I don't take orders. Okay? They tell me to touch people. Get close. to feel their hot breath on my cheek and steal their thoughts. I like that. You can almost taste their salty breath when they are in tears and make you flinch. I suppose that is why nobody comes near me or steals my food or steals my coins. Jerry tried that once. I burned her by pushing a red-hot spoon under her chin. I got 3 days for that in the White Room. I do not care because I like it there. The voices there, they suggest stuff. They tell me to hurt people. Not kill them or out, but like, yeah. But just imagine the power to be able to have the choice of who lives and who dies. They're breathing because I allowed it. What are the voices like? It's always a posh voice, like a head teacher or a baddie. like in Star Wars, Jedi. That's it. Anyway, that is not what happened with Zach. I have had so many people in my face pushing me to tell the truth. But I'm too smart. I'm too smart for their dumb games. I sit with who I want and eat with who I want. If Zach was killed, it's nothing to do with me because, yeah. Anyway. And so what if it was on my table? So were the others. Ask him. He was weird. Anyway. Did I know Zach? Not really. He was always reading. He was always reading. Never left his room. And never made eye contact. The drawings that he had, they were mythical creatures. And he called it, they called them from this place called Nether. Oh. There were always 3 creatures. Anyway, I heard him talking. Wait, no, I heard you talking to Alex. And you know, I heard my name mentioned. You know, the good cop, bad cop stuff. Yeah. Well, all of that is fooling no one. So I want nothing to do with you, and you don't want nothing to do with me. So what you gonna do? What you gonna threaten me with, eh? I ain't scared of you. The voices told me to stay quiet and wait. I'm smart.
The pins were his idea. I didn't kick it that hard. And I have no idea how that wine ended up in my bed frame. I just wanted to get that out there now, as I'm sure you'll try pin it all on me. Bit of a sunny day, ain't it? You don't usually associate sunny days with people dying, do you? My fourth, you know. Fourth time I've been in one of these places and someone has died. You would have thought with all these killers and people like me around, they'd take a bit more care of us. Nah, it's a tough break. Could tell you one like most of us. One of the ones you know you won't see again. Made one stupid mistake and ended up in here. Same story for a lot of us, I guess. Don't really meant to be here. I am. I'm meant to be here. I think I was born to be here. My land, my sort of place, sterile. Can't hurt as many people in here, I guess. I just enjoy it. I get a buzz out of it, you know. But it's not as fun when people are watching you all the time. Look, I'm going to be honest with you now. You've got all your work cut out, and there's not many of us left. Any one of us could have walked past Zach whilst he was eating. Everyone was already a bit edgy about what happened with Alex and Carl earlier. You know, when Mo. Well, Carl didn't like it when Alex called Mo weird. Let's put it that way. And there was a lot of tension. I don't know what Mo thought. No one ever does.
Who does she think she is? Oh, I don't know who she is. Why do you care? She's an idiot, you know. She's got to tie her own laces. She shouldn't pick on us, though. No, but we can protect ourselves, right? Right. I didn't even know, Alex. You said it first. It wasn't until Carol just started squaring up. Exactly. He should have kept quiet and it would all have been okay. I know I'm weird. And everyone says so. But I just want to be left alone. Stop it! No, you stop it! Zach is dead. And nothing you ask us or anyone else is going to change that. So, why is it worth the effort? I mean, we got to try. We'll do our best to help you. Won't we? I guess we'll have to try. Once Cal has an idea in her head, she's very hard to throw off. Well, Alex. Just Alex. So, when they disagree, fireworks. Cal annoys us though, doesn't he? He thinks he's some sort of above everyone else, like he's some sort of protector. And we don't need a protector.
So what if Alex doesn't like us? He doesn't like most people. Maybe that is what Zach and Ned spoke to Cal about. About leaving us alone. They don't normally speak. Ned is the new one, and he doesn't speak to many people. He's definitely suspicious, isn't he? Yeah, he's one to watch out for. He's probably done a lot of stuff. Like hell. Yeah. Isn't it weird how you've got to find a criminal in a building full of criminals? Can you get me out of here? I'm not supposed to be in this place. They say justice is blind, but the justice I got is bloody deaf as well. No one listens to me, and my so-called mate left me to get all the blame. He bust the window, he took the car, and he left me there to swing for it. Reese bailed when the car hit that wall, and I've paid the price. 2 years inside for 2 minutes of joyriding. Joy. That's funny, that is. I ain't getting much joy while Reese gets to walk the streets. If I was a bit faster in a 200-metre sprint, I'd be walking with him as well. I made a mistake, and I know I was warned against hanging around with Reese, but there was nothing to do. No money, and my parents didn't give a toss where I was. Well, now they know where I am, and guess what? They still don't care. Screw them. Aren't you going to ask me about Zach? Why not just put a rope around my neck and I'll take the blame for that too? I bet they all told you I didn't get on with him. But I don't get on with anyone, and that's not a crime. Ask your questions. I'll just wait to see if Cal drops me in and I'll have him. I might as well get done for actually committing a crime. If he fingers me, he'll end up walking with sticks for a year. I swear down. I'm the only decent one in here. And you know it. Look at me. And look at that lot. Scum. Plain and simple. Where's me? I'm a good person.
Have you ever even really stared at a flame? I mean, got so close that the heat makes your eyes sting and dry up, so you had to blink water into them. There's infinite amounts of patterns and sizes that a tiny matchstick can make someone know. First, there's a violent flare, a hiss, and then a silence. As you watch a tiny orange teardrop burn its way down the stick. I can always hold it right until the end because I got no feeling in these 3 fingertips. You know what is funny? I didn't even smoke, but they always let me buy matches and lighter fluid from the shops, even as a 12-year-old. Once my dad let me light the barbecue in the back garden because I could always get really hot. He called me his little firebug. He said that too when I burnt the caretaker's shed down. He was so upset. He even used the F word. His face was bright red and had little sparks in his eyes as the police came. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. I didn't know the caretaker was in the shed. I know what I did was wrong, but just watching a tiny spark turn into a flame, then that turn into an angry pyramid of fire, makes me sing inside. Oh yeah, there's a song that my mum and dad like called Set Fire to Rain. The chorus makes my soul tingle and my fingertips tingle. I set fire to rain. I watch it pour as it touches your face. It burns when I cry as it screams out your name. I know you can't really set fire to rain, but if you could, the whole world would be alight. Alight? What? Zach? I was meant to be speaking about him? Nah, didn't know him. Yesterday's news doesn't matter anymore.
When a human senses danger, they should act in two very different ways. Some run towards it, facing the danger, staring it in the face, carrying the burden for others. The others, well, they run away, afraid of what might happen, of what people might think if they're seen to run away. But there is also a third, a strange, modern reaction. Those who watch, those who laugh, record or stare. The depths of humanity. Those who haven't got the guts to stand up and be counted. Those who don't know how to hold themselves in a larger picture of society. That was Zach. He didn't know where he stood or who he was. I used to be there, wandering freely, unaware of what I would do. But now I know what I would do. I would wait and watch for the ones who squirm at the side, trying to run, but watching the chaos out of the corner of their eyes. They are the ones to watch, to observe, to punish. What is it to have a life? You have one chance, and no matter how hard you try to live it properly, it can all be wiped away in a second. Out of your hands. Does love make a difference? Do friends make a difference? I'm going to try and care about everyone, but it will be hard. Eventually, someone might notice me, and if not, I'll know I was right. There is no such thing as humanity. I know if I wait long enough, I'll make Zach proud. Make sure he knows that I'm not the one who is going to stand and accept life for what it is. I'll feel alive. Alive for my brother. So, that was it. We never found out how he died, who did it. I guess we'll never know. The police even said it might have been part of his plan. They never did find the camera. His death hasn't been for nothing. It's made me who I'm going to be.
Standing in the cold and the frozen wind, I'm leaving you behind, but it's not the end. No, no, no. Walking on the plane as I hold my breath, it's gonna be a week till I breathe again. No, no, no. And I know that you hate it, and I hate it just as much as you. But if you can brave it, I can brave it all for you. Call me anytime you can see the lightning. Don't you be alone, you can always find me. We got a wild raging, raging. Lost among a million chain of faces. Dead over your eyes in the chain of places. We got a wild raging, raging. It's not what I've been used to. I confess to wake up 3 times a night. And I know that you hate it, and I hate it just as much as you. But if you can brave it, I can brave